So I've been playing a lot of Sword and Shield lately, and that's got me thinking what my opinions on all the Gen 8 Pokemon are. And my opinion on all of the Generation 8 Pokemon are pretty cool. Kind of weird, but still pretty cool, I'd say. I find it really funny that when the leaks for the final evolution for the starters first came out, Rillaboom was my favorite, but now it's my least favorite. But I still think it's solid. Awesome. This is by far the best first stage Galar starter. By far the best middle stage Galar starter. Raboot's awesome. When I first saw Cinderace, I thought this thing looked pretty bad, but now I think it's really freaking cool. And even though soccer is my least favorite sport of all time, I still think this Pokemon looks really good. Sobble's adorable, I know, and I feel like I would give it a hug if I saw it. It looks so sad. I'm glad I never went into a teenage phase like Drizzile. I never was emo in my life and never wanted to be. When I first saw Inteleon, I honestly thought it was worse than Emboar. Like, that's how bad I thought it looked. But now, after seeing its 2D art, it looks pretty cool, and I say it's pretty solid. I mean, more solid than Rillaboom. I've never been a fan of regional rodents, but this one's pretty cute. I like squirrels. I don't hate Greedent like some other people, but still not that big of a fan of this thing. It's so fat. Rookidee is so cute, and it's a pure flying type, so extra points. Corvisquire is also really cool, and it's also a pure flying type, so once again, extra points. This is easily the better version of Skarmory, and I really enjoyed using this thing on my team. It was so good. Just another regional bug. It looks alright. It looks like a disco ball, which I honestly love. This is by far the best regional bug evolution ever. Orbeetle looks so cool. It's so much more impressive than other ones. Like, my god. It's a fox, I like foxes, so it's pretty good. And I like its name, too, because it steals things. I don't like Thuval as much as Nickit, but it's still alright. It just looks kind of weird. Like the mustache makes it look like, yes, I'd like some tea and crumpets. I mean, that's pretty fitting since it's in Britain. Kind of cute, I guess, but it doesn't really stand out to me. It looks like a nice old lady, and I like it a decent amount. I don't know why so many people like Wooloo so much. Like, I get it, it's cute, but there are cuter Pokemon out there. It's just a sheep. Double was pretty cool, I guess, but I'll probably never really use one since I tend to avoid normal types. This thing is so funny looking. Like, this, I would love to keep this thing as a pet, though. Now, Dreadnought is a Pokemon I definitely would not keep as a pet, but I guess I did in the game since I used it on my team since it looks so cool. I mean, it's a dog. There's no way I can hate this thing. It's so adorable. Boltun's proportions look a bit weird, but it's a dog once again, so I can't hate it. It's pretty cool. I love this thing's name, Roly Coly, and it's pretty cool, but design-wise, not the biggest fan. It's just a piece of coal with an eye on it, but the fact that it has such a cool name is what I love about it. Carkol is also very cool. I love its name, and this design I actually like. It's because it's a minecart, and me as a Minecraft veteran, I like that. This thing looks colossal, literally. I really like Applin. They made an apple Pokemon, and I love how it's a dragon type, which is really cool. If Flapple was just bigger, this thing would have easily been my favorite Pokemon this generation. But I still think it looks really cool. I love how the apples are the wings. So, overall, fantastic Pokemon. I also really enjoyed using one on my team. It was so good. I don't like Appleton as much, but overall, I still think it's pretty cool, and I definitely eat it. It's pretty cool. The name Sandaconda is really, really creative, and for that, I really like this Pokemon. This thing is so goofy looking, but I love it for that. I love Cramorant. It's okay, kind of derpy, and I like that. Not too crazy about Barraskewda, but I'd still overall say it's pretty cool. It's wearing a diaper like Tepig, but I like this one a lot more than Tepig. We finally got a poison electric type. I freaking love this thing. This might be my favorite Pokemon this generation. And I use the amped up form on my team. And this thing's punk rock ability with Boom Burst pretty much just one shots everything. Another fire bug type, so pretty cool. And Centiskorch, I don't like it as much as other people, but I still think it's pretty cool. This thing has got to be one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in my life. I love Clobbopus. They didn't have to make this thing another pure fighting type. Like, they already did that with Crabrawler, but overall, I still think this thing looks really, really cool. I love the way it's standing. And not to brag or anything, but I do have the shiny version of this thing. Just wanted to point that out there. It's okay. Poltergeist, not that big of a fan, but overall, I still think it's okay. It's okay, getting even more okay. I like Hatteran quite a lot, so overall, I still think this thing is pretty cool. I don't like Impidimp that much, it just looks weird. But Morgrem, my god, if this thing was a final evolution, it might have been my favorite Pokemon of the generation. It looks so cool. I love the way it's standing and the way it like always like moves its hand. I don't like Grimmsnarl as much as Morgrem, but overall I still think it's really cool, and I love how it's a fairy type. Finally, a non-Generation 1 Pokemon getting special treatment. Galarian, Zigzagoon, and Lanoon look really good. I have mixed feelings about this thing. I don't know if I like it or dislike it, so I'm just gonna say mixed, because I don't know about this thing. Why Meowth got another regional variant is beyond me, so for that, I don't like this thing a whole lot. I am glad that they didn't make a Galarian Persian, but still don't like this thing just because it's a part of Meowth's evolution line. This is probably the most woke Pokemon that Game Freak has ever created. Really good way of showing how climate change is a real thing. And they finally gave Corsola a evolution that it's deserved for years. I really like this thing. Doesn't look too different from normal Farfetch, but I still think it's okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm fully on board with Farfetch getting an evolution, but I kind of wish they did something different because I'm not that big of a fan of Surfetched, but I still think it's pretty cool overall. Huge step up from regular Mr. Mime. This one looks so much better. I don't know, guys. I know a lot of people like Mr. Rhyme, but me, I don't know if I like this thing. Looks better than regular Yamask, so I like it a lot. I used this thing on my team and it was awesome. The ability it has is so good. Oh my god, this thing is so adorable. I feel like this thing should be the fairy type. Kinda wish they gave this thing wings and made it look happier, but it's okay overall. It's okay, kinda cute I guess. Alcremie, definitely one of the better food-based Pokemon we have. How is this thing only one Pokemon? I mean, overall I think it's okay, but the concept is kind of weird. How is this thing not related to Pyukumuku? I mean, it's Snom. How can you not like this thing? Really majestic, but this thing is 4 times weak to 2 types, but I still really like it. Dumb, but I like it a bit. I love this thing, and I love how it becomes like one of the fastest Pokemon in history when the ice thing comes off of its head. Both of them are I don't really understand the concept, but they're whatever. It's another Pikachu clone, but probably the best one they've created. It's cute, and this one's decent. These are probably the weirdest fossil Pokemon I've ever seen in my life, but they're all okay. I like them all about the same. It's cool that this thing isn't just Dialga's typing, so like it quite a lot. It's cute. This one looks pretty cool. This one's really cool, and not to flex or anything, but I had the shiny one. I love how this thing has a sword in its mouth. And Zamazenta, I like it less because it looks kind of weird, but it's solid, I'd say. How is this thing not a Ultra Beast? But it looks pretty cool, I'd say. I like its typing. This thing is so adorable. I love pandas. Kinda wish they made them both look different, but they're both really cool. and I use the dark type one. Even though only a handful of people have this thing, those being the ones who pre-ordered the tickets to the movie, this thing looks pretty cool, and once everyone does get it, I might like it more. And with that, that concludes my opinion on all the Generation 8 Pokemon. And overall, I'd say Gen 8 is pretty solid. You know, definitely not my favorite generation Pokemon wise, but it's still really good. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. Just respect my opinion, okay? Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.